Even when we won the league, bro, there were players I didn't like in my team.
Okay, name them. And are they still at the club?
For me, I've not rated Conor Bradley. I've always said Ibu Konate is inconsistent.
You
good
said that his
defender.
head was turned and he wants to leave and that, and rare tear. Cool, I hear that.
No, I didn't say his head was turned. I said he's inconsistent. I said
Fair
inconsistent and he's overrated.
Yeah, but he's been doing Virgil's running for him for a couple of seasons now.
I've given Ibu Konate has either been wonderful. He's either a 10 out of 10 or a 1 out of 10 for Liverpool this season. That's what it's been for Konate. That's Konate's story. 1 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. There's no middle ground for him. And as a centre back, Rants, you know that's not good for a centre back. You know what I'm saying?
But bro, I'll be honest, yeah. From analyzing Liverpool, I'll be real. Virgil van Dijk gets a lot of credit for doing very, very basic things as a centre back. He makes a lot of mistakes that don't get highlighted because he made them. And anyone that's watching man enough, they understand what I'm saying. There's bare times where he lets his man go, does the hand behind the back thing, turning to the side, and lets man just go. And then because Liverpool don't concede, no one talks about it. This guy has been, he's been on, bro, it's been a carry job for seasons, bro. Like, he's washed. I can't lie. The hairline and the ponytail is still pristine and that. Big him up and that. You get me? Man probably uses the hair oils and them things there because man still got his edges and that. But bro, he can't play no more.
Yeah, he can't. Okay. Van Dijk
can't play no more. Do you know what I mean? Man are talking about fucking... Man are telling me Alisson, bonnet, bruv. He's sleeping in them, bro.
Bro, all your GOAT defenders had GOAT goalkeepers to bail them out, bro. I'm not hearing that. You man had Van der Sar. Them man had Petr Cech. What are we talking about? And Alisson was fit for less time than all of these guys. Alisson don't even complete a third of the goalkeeper in the Prem. So Kelleher gets like 20 appearances a season because Alisson is injury prone. Bad boy keeper, but he's injury prone. Stop putting Alisson on a pedestal now because you don't want to slide Van Dijk. We don't.
I hear that. So now
we don't fall
Van
for that.
Van Dijk defends with his hands behind his back because of the goalkeeper.
What do you mean?
Brother, this boy had his hands behind his back on the halfway line, blood, when Mbeumo was running away from him.
Yeah, the brother was shit against Man. We said bro, we said he was shit.
I see Virgil, yeah, win the header, and Mbeumo gets up and runs. Virgil's jogging back and then points to Konate saying, that's your man when it was his.
The problem that you man have is that what you lot do is you look at the last 2 games this season and then you go, that's what this guy's been doing. Rare.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry. Virgil van Dijk is 34 years of age and he's still the best centre back.
I don't care, bro.
And
man's on 400K. I don't care how old he is.
Because as I said, you man are just lucky the Twitter thing went around when Rio Ferdinand was getting dog walked at 34 when he was, where was he? Like QPR, when he was like Man United, like QPR.
I hear that, but I wasn't still arguing. I wasn't still arguing that Rio
John Terry was doing his thing in his last years. I won't chat to John Terry. But as I'm saying, a lot of these guys with world-class keepers behind them were doing the same shit way worse.
Yeah, but Bants, I wasn't arguing that he was good though.
That Van Dijk is better.
I wasn't arguing that. The same way when Rooney was washed for us here under Van Gaal, I was saying get Rooney out the team. He's costing us games. Rooney was playing in midfield and he was awful, bro. The guy couldn't run, and everyone was like, "Oh, Rants, but he's our captain. Look what he's done for us at the club." I said, "I don't care. When your time's up, your time's up, blood. When football leaves you, football leaves you. You have to move on, bro." Do you know what I'm saying? Rooney was washed. And bare Man United fans were getting onto me.
Liverpool will be better without Virgil van Dijk.
Bro, you should have bought a fucking centre-back.
Would Liverpool be better without Virgil van Dijk?
If you bought a proper centre-back, yeah, they would be, but you didn't. Just like you never bought a fucking midfielder, and now Gravenberg's fucking, you get me, man's ankle done the 360, blood, like the Xbox. And now what? Yeah, you know them ones there. You should have bought a midfielder as well.
Yeah, man ain't won a game in a while, so I hear it.
Man done an Xbox 360, blood. That's what you should have done. That's what you should have done. You should have bought a centre-back and a centre-mid with the extra money that you spent on fucking Isak, blood. That's what you should have done. I'm telling you.
We tried to get another centre-back. And
you didn't try hard enough, bro. You spent 500 million. What do you mean you tried?
Brother, he done his medical. It was completed.
500 million, though.
Anyway, as I said, there's no issue with buying a second striker. We had one striker. We bought Ekitike, and he was our only striker.
Bruv, you didn't need... Listen to what I'm saying. You didn't need to spend 130-something million or whatever it was.
The money was still there to buy a centre-back.
You didn't need to, though. Because what I'm saying is, With that 130, man could have got a centre back and a centre mid, and you could have got another striker, as a backup to Ekitike that would have cost you like 45 million. You didn't need to spend 130.
He could have spent another 200 million if he wanted to, bro.
Just as well you didn't, bruv, because you might have lost some more games because the money thing's not working for you.
Again, if after the Isak thing we didn't look at anything else and nothing else after that, then fairs, the money's ran out. We should have spread our budget out more balancedly in the squad. I can understand the balance in the squad is lopsided. Yes, I'll give you that 100%. But we went and tried to get another centre back in Mark Gahey, and the club tried to be weird about it.
I'll be real, you're a smart guy. You can't look me in the face and say we tried to sign a centre back when you, man, were doing the Isak saga for the whole summer and you got it over the line.
They weren't trying to let Gahey go.
But what do you mean you tried? You didn't try hard enough. They would have let Gahey go for the right money, but you prioritized Isak, blood, and that's why you spent all that money.
And that's the bit. But you're saying
so you didn't try then.
No, but you're saying we didn't have. You're saying we didn't have to spend 125 million. Yes, cool. That's an extreme. But yeah, if we still had the money to go and get a centre back,
all summer. Newcastle said they wanted a certain amount of money, and you kept going in with below the fucking thing. You longed out the whole thing, blood.
No, they longed it out.
You longed it out because you could have just paid the money.
They longed it out, bro.
You wasn't waiting for bruv. You wasn't waiting for no scam to drop. You had the money.
Rants,
you didn't what were we doing?
Rants. They wanted their replacement first. They longed it out. We had the money parked off.
They weren't going to sell him.
We wanted a centre back. Should we have spent the extra 20 million to get Mark Gahey?
They wanted their replacement first, but let me tell you something, Monts. If you gave them the money on the first day of the window, they would have taken it.
No, they wouldn't.
What are you talking about? They would have had the whole window to replace him.
No, they wouldn't have, bro. No, they wouldn't have.
Brother, this brother decided that he didn't want to play football no more halfway through the window when you'd already signed Ekitike. Do you not remember the order?
It was both. It was both.
Come on, bro, ski.
They said, bro, they said we need our replacement and the money needs to be right. Even if the money needs to be right, they need our replacement first. That's what they said.
Isak, I don't know. I don't support Liverpool, so like inform me. Isak comes out. I don't know if it's a transfer request or he just said he wants to leave and he's not training. Before that, I'm sure that Liverpool and Newcastle would have had conversations which would have prompted him to take that stance in the first place,
Right.
Well then, so it's not like Liverpool went in for him and then halfway through the window, man just decided, all right, cool, we're going to go get him.
No, but on top of that,
from the start of the window, if you went in with 135, you telling me they wouldn't have taken it. They would have said, no, we don't want your money. We're going to get someone first.
Their stance.
Got the whole summer.
Their stance was clear, bro. Their stance was clear. They said, we need to get a replacement before we open the doors for Isak to go. Again,
so you're telling me if you slapped down 135 at the beginning, they would have taken it.
Tried to get Sesko.
Is that what you're telling me?
Remember the Weezer thing was happening as well with them, bro. They were trying to get someone in.
So why did you offer them less money than they asked for them once?
Huh?
Why did you offer them less money multiple times?
Because that's what we valued him at. That
so you didn't put the money down.
Again, I said it's both.
If I want to buy a Rolex from you, and you say Rants is 50 bags, think about it. I want to go on holiday. In July. I want to buy a Rollie from Monts. You know them, man. So I ring Monts in May, and he says, it's 50 bags for the Rollie. And I say, all right, cool, say no more. You want 35 bags, Monts? He says, Rants, it's 50 bags. And then I come back to him in June. And I say, yo, fam, I got that 40 bags for you. And he's like, bro, it's 50 bags. The holiday's in August. Do you want the watch or not, blood? You know them way there. And then I ring man up, I ring man up on July the 25th saying, all right, bro, I got the 50 bags. Like, how can I turn around and say, yo, you get me? If I offered him the 50 bags in May, I would have had the watch in May.
Right.
Like, what are we talking about?
Well, right. So let me like amend. Let me amend. No, I'm just gonna amend your analogy. I've gone and said to you, Rants, my Rollie's 50 bags, but I'm gonna sell it. I'm gonna sell it to you when I get a Rollie in exchange. I'm getting a new thing in it. So once I get my new thing, then I'll sell you my Rollie.
But the new thing is cheaper than the thing that I'm giving you. So you could have just taken the money. What we doing?
But we don't know each other's finances. So when I get my new thing, you can have the Rollie.
Listen to what I'm saying.
But it's still 50 bags though.
No, but you're saying when you get the new thing, so that means
when I get my new thing, then you can have it.
You're buying a cheaper watch though.
You're rewriting.
Make it make sense.
They said when we get our replacement and the money right.
Listen to what I'm saying.
That is it.
But the Rolly don't want you to wear it no more. How about that?
What?
It don't fit you no more.
What do you mean?
It don't fit you because Isak said he ain't playing for Newcastle no more.
Yeah, that's why I said
the Rolly don't fit you no more.
I said, yo, once the money's
put on weight, blood, your wrists will swell up and that. You can't get the Rolly on no more.
Regardless, Rants.
I'm saying, yo, blood.
It's two things: money, right, and replacements. Money, right, and replacements.
Brother, if you tell me it's 50 bags months, and I say I value it at 35,
that's what
you know why I haven't got the Rolly? Because I value it at 35. Pay months is 50 bags. Then you have the watch.
Go and read the tweets. Read the tweets. Read what's
been written. Listen, the watch don't fit months, you know. But he's gonna say, nah, Rants. Wait till I get my new Rolly before I take the 50 bags from you. No, you'll take the 50 bags and buy a watch that fucking fits, mate.
Nah, that's
because you can't wear the watch again.
Nah, man,
you can't wear it again. Isak said, "I'm not playing for Newcastle again." So pay the money.
Right, but they said even if the money's not. Listen, I didn't say this. They said
Newcastle said even if you come here with the 50 bags for the Rolly, I want to buy my new Rolly first, even though this Rolly don't fit. That don't make sense.
Rants, they said to us, even if the money is right, we need to get our replacements first. Same way with Crystal Palace. However,
why didn't you just pay them the money then?
Brother, when you want to save a little change, you can save a little change. You know what I'm saying? As I said, if the Rolly don't want to wear me no more, maybe you might think you can get it a bit cheaper than what it's actually worth. Be smart with your money. Even though you got money, be smart with your money. Simple as that.
But if you said to me as the owner of the watch, and you said, yo, Rant, listen, I don't have to sell this Rolly, you know. It's 50 mil. I mean, it's 50 bags. If you don't give me the 50 bags, I don't have to sell it. I can afford to buy another Rolly anyway. Or, you get me? Fuck it. Man will just keep it and I just won't wear it.
But Newcastle
got money, bro. They didn't need to sell him.
No, they're done by PSR, bro. PSR was
but bro, they didn't need to sell him at all, blood. They could have said, "Pussy, you're playing."
They'd already bought Elanga for 50 M's, bro.
What was this guy gonna do? What was Isak gonna do? What was Isak gonna do? Just not play for the whole season?
Fuck knows, bro. Fuck knows. We don't know.
He was gonna play because he didn't have a fucking choice.
All I'm saying is that,
or else he'd have to lock himself in the house for the whole year because that black man can't walk around Newcastle.
You're saying I've got 50 bags for the Rolly, but you yourself know that I don't like the Rolly and it don't fit me. So if you can get it for a little bit cheaper than what I'm saying it for, you're gonna do that.
Yeah, but if you tell me categorically,
how about 40 or 45?
I don't have to sell you the Rolly for 50 bags.
You know I don't want the Rolly. You know you said the Rolly don't want to wear me. You said it does matter. It does matter. You said the Rolly don't want to wear me.
Months. Then I can't turn around and say that, yo, I didn't get my watching time. Why did I not get my watching time? Because I didn't pay what you asked for. Do you know what I mean? So you can't say Newcastle are being long. I can't say Months is being long. He asked me for 50 bags. I offered him 35. Like, you're not being long. You want what you asked for. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, that's not being long.
As I said,
that's not being long, bro. That's crazy.
As I said, you can keep rewriting history as it is. Them man wanted their replacement. We knew. We tried to be a bit more savvy with the money. And my criticism of the board comes from Mark Gahey's thing. Because with Mark Gahey's thing, obviously sometimes you got to overpay in it. I think we should have overpaid for Mark Gahey.
But you overpaid for Isak, so why not overpay for Gahey, bro? You know why? Because you prioritized Isak. That was my argument. You know what I mean? You didn't prioritize a centre back. You didn't prioritize a midfielder. You prioritized another attacker when you already had Vert and Ekitike.